This is the dark secret to people pleasing. Manipulation. Manipulation. Yeah, that's simple, okay? The dark secret behind every people pleaser is manipulation. Now why? Why do people pleasers use people pleasing to manipulate other people? Really, the core of it, almost always, 99% of the time, fear of rejection. Because at some point, these people pleasers were rejected when they expressed negative emotions or acted in an egocentric, selfish way. Whenever they wanted to feel their feelings, express themselves authentically, do things for themselves, they were rejected in some way, usually by their caregivers, mom or dad, or whoever took care of them, also by peers, teachers, but mostly at home, the people who take care of them on a daily basis, rejected them when they expressed, let's say, emotions, actions, energies that were not in alignment, that were not pleasing, agreeable to the caretakers. So you express a negative emotion, you either get yelled at, you get beaten, you get iced out, ignored, told in timeout. Your feelings, your negative feelings were never acknowledged. So therefore you think, as a people pleaser, I don't know if you are, but a people pleaser believes that my negative emotions, my selfish inclinations, my own personal desires are not worthy of attention or love. They'll only lead me to be getting rejected. So therefore, I will hide them from other people and only be as agreeable as I possibly can. So they fear this rejection. That's why they manipulate people through, how? Giving. But this receive is silent. They give, but the receive is silent. That's why I mean it's indirect. Meaning, let's say, I'll give you a bunch of presents, I'll clean up after you, I'll do a bunch of activities for you, and not ask for anything in return because I am so noble. I don't need anything. I'll do everything for you. You don't have to do anything for me. But secretly, at a subconscious level, at the very least, they hope that they will receive something in return. So maybe it's validation, maybe it's love, maybe it's acts of service in return, or gifts, or words of affirmation, who knows? A lot of times, people pleasers will give what they wish to receive from the other person. But in a lot of times, because these people pleasers are coming from a disingenuous place, a manipulative place, they actually attract other people who overtly manipulate. More narcissistic types who want to take advantage of this agreeableness, of this giving nature. The givers attract the takers, and the takers just take, and the givers just give, even though secretly the givers also want to take as well. They want to receive as well. But they're too scared of rejection. There's too much of this fear that if I ask for what I really want, the other person will say no, right? To a people pleaser, yeah, the worst thing they can say is no, and that's devastating. So let's not even ask. Let's give a bunch of ourselves. Let's give our energy, our time, our resources, our skills and abilities and knowledge and wisdom. Let us give, and pray that naturally the other people will give us what we desire without having to ask for it. Because if we ask for it, we might get rejected, and that would be awful. Because as a kid, it felt life-threatening when you asked for something or expressed yourself and were rejected. Because your parents, your caretakers, had your life in the balance. Your friends at school were your entire world. Your teacher was almost close to a god when you're a child. So these very powerful figures taught you that you have to be agreeable to be accepted and loved and validated and worthy. And that doesn't leave you unless you do the work to heal that part. It still runs in the background. And that's why you're agreeable to people. You're like, why am I giving this person stuff and not asking? And when you start to question yourself of why am I such a pushover? Why am I such a doormat? It leads to resentment and anger. You get angry at yourself, angry at them, passively usually, passive aggressively. And usually that passive aggressiveness manifests as you doing less things for them, or ignoring them at certain times, or blowing up at them, which is more overtly aggressive, bottling up your emotions, bottling up your anger and resentment, feeling this anxiety, maybe even performing self-harm, negative self-talk, overeating, self-sabotage, right? This resentment, you take it out on yourself as well. And it eats away at you. And a lot of times it manifests simply as just an inner critic and anxiety and a desire to do better and better and better, but being hypercritical of everything that you do because you were so mad that you were not being authentic. You were so angry that people are not giving you what you want, naturally, like you were giving them what they want. But it's not on them, it's on you, or the people pleaser, depending on who you are. It's not on them. It's on you to ask for what you want and to draw the boundaries and to cut them out if they are not willing to give you what you want or what you need, more so. So you can let go of that resentment. You have to deal with your own fear of rejection. You have to give to yourself first and ask for things that you want to receive overtly and say, I need this or else, or we break up, or I'm not doing this for you anymore, or I'm not wasting my time, whatever it may be. You need to draw those boundaries. You need to make it concrete. Otherwise, people will use your kindness, which is really just manipulation, for weakness and abuse it. And how are you manipulating? Because you're not being your authentic self. You're hiding your authentic self to present yourself as agreeable, to get the things you want indirectly, instead of being authentic and asking for what you want directly. That's not manipulation. That's just being upfront and honest and transparent. Manipulation is, I'm hiding this part of myself that I think that they're gonna reject. I'm doing these things for them so that they like me more and will do things for me without me having to ask. Manipulation. We don't really think of it that way, but it is. It's manipulating because you're augmenting yourself to fit a certain picture for this other person to give you what you want without even asking for it. Okay? And so this is a classic people pleaser, right? Beautiful, happy, agreeable on the outside, very presentable and attractive, energetically, even physically, right? Perfectionist, put together, wants to be liked and loved for the external things that they do, while secretly wanting to be validated and loved for the intrinsic person that they actually are. But inside, there's that resentment, there's that angry part that you hide from other people because you think if I show this part of myself, they'll leave, they'll reject me. They will see that I'm imperfect and I'll never get the love, the validation, the gifts, the acts of service, the physical touch, the quality time that I need to feel happy and secure as a human being. Because we all need love, validation. We all need these things. No matter what your love language is, we all need some form of love in all its shapes and forms. But the problem is then you're going to attract people that are like this. This is the magnet. You're going to magnetize people that are going to take advantage of this and resonate with this part of yourself. They're going to criticize you like your inner critic does. That are going to treat you poorly like you treat yourself poorly. That are going to neglect you like you neglect yourself. But you neglected yourself first. The people pleasers neglected themselves first. And the people externally are just fulfilling the role. It's almost like a people pleaser rejects themselves and they put out it's almost like a cosmic calling card looking for people to play the role of taker in their lives, to manifest what's already internally inside of them. Fascinating, huh? By people pleasing, you are putting out a casting call saying, hey, anyone in the universe that can treat me poorly like I treat myself, I need that. So until you focus and heal the part of yourself that people pleases and work with the parts of yourself you've rejected and hidden from other people and yourself, you're going to keep attracting narcissists, takers, abusers, negative people in your life that just drain you because you're doing the same thing to yourself first. Believe it or not. We'll end with one of my favorite authors who wrote my favorite book, The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. He says, when you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself. Again, people pleasers are saying no to themselves first. They're rejecting themselves first and neglecting themselves first. And so they manipulate other people through kindness, through giving, through care, through compassion and love, giving them love that they hope to receive in return. But that's not a winning strategy. You have to develop that love, that care for yourself first, and then it will be returned externally. It will be mirrored in the external world, as the external world is simply a mirror of your internal world. All right? Now, if you need help working with these different parts of yourself that you've rejected, bringing this anger, this resentment into your conscious awareness, to integrate it, stand up for yourself, and attract people who actually give back to you. You give to them and they give to you. I have a transformation guide. You can get the link down in the description below. That's a step-by-step guide on how to integrate and work with these people-pleasing ways to let it go. I appreciate your time. Thank you